how to write descriptions that are going to get your YouTube videos found by search engines like Google. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain why the words you use in your description and other things make it easier for you to be found in online searches. So be sure to leave a comment so I can get you my checklist with techniques that help my clients get millions of views on YouTube, and also include, sorry, I have an itch, and also include a footer that you can cut and paste and personalize and use on all of your YouTube descriptions at the bottom, okay? Those who don't know me, my name is Nina Cleere. I'm an attorney by education, but I started diving into digital marketing in 1999, just kind of a fun stress reliever, and I've been doing that since and now do that full time. And with that, I developed a formula for my clients that helped to grow their YouTube channels from a handful of subscribers to tens of thousands and got them from maybe 50 views per video to millions. So not only did they get more views and more subscribers, but they got better leads who turned into buying customers that were begging them to take their money and let them hire them. So when you have a description that optimizes search terms, your videos are going to be found more frequently on searches, and you're going to have more people finding you, and that means more people buying from you. Here's the things you need to know. The first paragraph of your description needs to be very closely aligned, almost word for word, what you're saying on your video for the first 30 to 60 seconds. Let me explain why. Way back in 2005 when YouTube came around, people were like, oh, I can get views on here. Let me see who's getting views. And when they saw which videos were popular, they started to use the headlines, the titles, and the descriptions that were for those popular headlines, even if their video had nothing to do with that. And YouTube was like, no, putting the kibosh on that. So they have bots that go through, and the bots do scan your videos and scan your description. And if they don't match up, they will limit your reach. So you have to make sure. I usually do like first paragraph, maybe 2 to 3 sentences that very much say what you're saying in the very beginning of your video. That's the first thing. Okay. Then the second one is use keywords, but don't keyword stuff. So keywords will help you get found in a search, but if you keyword stuff, YouTube will penalize you. So what is keyword stuffing? If you don't know what it is, it's when a company or a person goes out and they find all the keywords in their niche. So they get YouTube optimization and YouTube video optimization and description optimization and title optimization. And then they literally just cut and paste like a paragraph of those into your description. Sometimes they kind of make it look like a sentence, but it really doesn't. And if you read it, you're like, this doesn't make sense. Well, you know what? Those bots that are checking to make sure that your description goes along with your video also see if there's keyword stuffing. And if they find it, they're going to make it so your videos aren't found, and it's going to hurt you in the long term. Can I tell you a story? So I had a client. He had religiously posted on YouTube for like a year every day, way back in early 2010 or so. And then he didn't until COVID hit. And then he was like, I'm going to post every day. But by then there was millions more people on YouTube and he wasn't getting the reach that he wanted. So I said, hey, your videos have really good information. Nobody's seeing them. Let me optimize it for you with this formula that I have, keeping in mind that this can take 4 to 6 months to grow your views. It is not an immediate fix, but I can tell you that it will increase your views over time, and those views will only keep going up. Like literally, I've had clients that I've stopped working with, and it took them, and they stopped doing this. They didn't keep following this formula, and they still continue to grow for another year or more. Okay. So he was like, sure, great. Yeah, let's get started. And I was only doing it maybe a month and a half for him. And his views did start to grow. And his engagement went up, which YouTube really loves, right? But it wasn't fast enough for him. So he went out and he hired a keyword stuffer. And one day I go into this video because I was updating his old videos and optimizing those and then the new ones. And I went into the new one and there's all these just like keywords stuffed in and it didn't even make sense. But he got a lot more views and he was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yay, I love this. I love this guy. He's amazing. And I was like, yeah, peace out, because you just shot yourself in the foot. So you know what happens with meteors? Yeah, they crash to the ground and they break up. And that's what happens with keyword stuffing. Sure, you're going to shoot off and you're going to get tons of views the first 2, 3, maybe even 5 videos. And then YouTube's going to clue into the fact that you're trying to cheat them. And not only are you going to drop, which happened, but they're going to kill the reach of all of your videos. The old ones, the current ones, the new ones, for a long time. So don't do that. Don't keyword stuff, okay? YouTube and bots are not stupid. And they like to, dink you. So now, over a year later, this guy still has crappy views. So do you want to do it right and have views that continue to grow? Or do you want to think that you're gaming the system and fail? So how many keywords? You literally can use 2 to 3 keywords. Now keep in mind, when I say keywords, I mean keywords and keyword phrases. Okay, so you're not going to just do like YouTube optimization, like how to grow your YouTube channel might be a keyword phrase. Okay, so you're going to research it. If you go back to my video on how to get ideas for headlines, I give you places that you can go to see what people are talking about and to get the keywords there. You can pay for programs. I haven't found a program that I think is worth it, but if that's what you want to do, SEMrush is good. Hootsuite has one, and there's a bunch of others. There's like, keyword optimization. There's, I don't know, you could just check yourself. There's free ones, there's paid ones. Just don't keyword stuff. If you use them, make them in your title, in your first paragraph, and then every time you do a timestamp. So now we're going to talk about timestamps. What are timestamps? This is what YouTube calls a chapter. Okay, basically at the very beginning in your introduction, you're going to put 00:00. If you don't put that, these will not work. So you have to put that in. And then after, you're going to have your little description. And then some people write the word timestamps. I don't do that, but you can write that, timestamps. And then you start stamping where you have important parts of your videos. So you would go 00:00, and then say the next thing is don't keyword stuff. You're going to do 00:20, and then you're gonna say why you shouldn't keyword stuff. And then if people are searching on YouTube or on Google, that is going to show up in the search engine. So you do want a keyword or a keyword phrase every time you timestamp. I don't do more than maybe 1 or 2 sentences after I do a timestamp, because it just gets wordy and people don't read blocks of text, right? So you want to have a timestamp for every important part that people are searching for. Again, that's where you use your keyword. And when you do these right, people like, maybe if they don't want to watch the whole video, they're going to get a link and they're going to jump into the part that they want to watch. So that's what's important about these. So I don't know if it helps for me to give you an example. I guess if it does, tell me. It can be kind of long to explain it. It's probably easier to see it. Just go to a video and you can see them. And next time when you search on Google, this is what I want you to do, is I want you to look at the videos that show up, and I can guarantee that the videos that show up have timestamps. So if you use timestamps and you do it right, Google and YouTube, Google, who owns YouTube, are going to show your video to other people that don't use timestamps. So it's like a step up for you. So make sure that you use them. It doesn't really take much time at all. I upload my video and then I sit there and I listen to it and I type it. And if you keep your arrow over your video, you just kind of wiggle your mouse and it shows you the time. Now keep in mind that when you put the timestamp, if people are only going to jump to that, YouTube doesn't jump them back at all. So if I usually put it a second or two before I talk about something, before my clients talk about something, so that when people go into it, they start right at that subject that timestamp talks about, so that they don't have to move around. But the good thing is it can also get people watching your videos longer when they see that timestamp and they go to where they want to watch, right? So here's a few more tips so that your timestamps work. You have to have more than 3 characters, 3 or more characters. So you can't do 2:5. That's not going to work. You have to do 02:05 or 2:05. I usually, just as best practices, I always put a 0 at the beginning when I'm under a minute, or, under the 10 minutes. And then add that in, just because it's not going to work if you don't put 3 or more characters. And here's the other big thing. Almost everybody forgets. You have to put the 00:00 at the beginning. If you don't do that, it won't start them at all. They'll be in there, but it won't break it up and link it. If you ever look at a video that has them and they're working right, you're going to see like the video is chopped up at the bottom. It has a little divots between the different chapters again. So, like I said, some people write the word timestamps. I don't do that. There needs to be at least 10 seconds in between each timestamp. So if you start at 00:00, the next one would be at 00:11. If you do it at 00:09, 00:09, you're not going to get a timestamp. It's not going to break it up. And you need to use at least 3 timestamps per video. So if you follow these tips, your descriptions are going to be optimized for both YouTube and Google, and they're going to show them to more people. So remember, drop a comment below. Drop a comment below if you want the checklist with the top 9 things to do to grow your YouTube channel organically. Plus, get a footer that you can personalize, cut and paste, and easily put in every YouTube video. I'm just laughing because my pet's coming in and open the door. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for number 7.